Hi guys, I'm Sing Hong and I'm from ASRJC. Today I'll be going through on how we can use dictionaries. So in this video, we will explore how dictionaries can be used to store and manage key value pairs efficiently. So the question for today will be, theory question will be explain the difference between the get method and accessing the data directly through the square brackets in Python dictionaries. And this will be the practical question, this MCQ. Try to get the answers to it along the way. I'll be going through the answers to it as we go along in the video. So try to think about it for now. So firstly, how do we create a dictionary? So to create a dictionary in Python, we'll use curly brackets. Each key value pair is separated by a colon and pairs are separated by commas. So for example, my dictionary can be equals to curly brackets, and then let's say we can put name will be my name Sing Hong, and let's say my age will be maybe like 70 for now. So this is a dictionary. So now we want to insert more data to the dictionary. How can we do that? There are two ways we can do that. So one is using the square brackets and one is using the update. So I'll now go through the square bracket ways to do it. So to do so, let's say we want to insert my subject copy. So maybe my subject copy, let's do it subject, and then equals to PTME, which is where you can. So you want to insert this in. This is one way you can insert it. Let's print out and see. Bring my dictionary. So now you can see now it's now inserted in. So what's the other way we can use to insert the data in? So what we can now use, we can use something called the update method. So how do we do that? It's we do my dictionary and then for update, because it's a function, and then you enter the data you want to sort of add into it. So you need to do it in curly brackets, by the way. So let's say maybe my interest, my hobby, let's say hobby is to code, and then uh, let's say the time now maybe is the day today that I did this is maybe a Friday. So yeah. So why do we use update instead of just the square brackets? So as you can see here, in update, you can do many updates at once. You can add in multiple data to the dictionary all at once. Whereas if you do it with the square brackets, you can only add in one at one time. So this update will come more handy when you want to enter a lot more things in. So let's just run it and see what will happen. So as I can see, tada, is now added in inside within the dictionary. So what update does is basically allows you to put in multiple key value pairs into the dictionary more easily as compared to using the square brackets, as you can only input like one by one each time. And so there's like a difference of update and some square brackets, and the difference is use case. Yeah. So now, how do we retrieve the values from the dictionary? So in dictionary, these are usually the key value pairs. So normally we want to retrieve the values by using the key. So how can we do that? There are two ways to do that as well. So we'll be using either the square bracket or the get method. So I'll go through the square method way first. So for example, you want to print out maybe let's say my name. So we can do print my dictionary and then name. And this will output the value that is assigned to this key. And that's my name Hong right there. Another way we can do this is to use the get method. So I'll be going through the answer to the first question now, the theory question. which is after explaining get method. So other way we can do this is to use the get method. So how do we do that is we print my dictionary or get name as well, the key that's assigned to it. So both of these will output my name. So you might ask, what's the difference between these two? So for the square brackets, if the key doesn't exist, it will cause an error to occur. Whereas for the get method, even if the key doesn't exist, then it will just output nothing. So that's like the main difference between them. So for example, let's give an example now. Let's say we want to put maybe my gender, which is not inside there. For the first one, my dictionary, using a square bracket, it will cause an error as you can't find this key inside the dictionary, and hence cause a key error, which we do not want to happen. However, when you use the get method instead, even if the gender doesn't exist, even if the key of gender doesn't exist, there won't be an error as you will just output a none value as they didn't find any value assigned to the key gender. So that's the main difference between the key and value pair. I mean the get method and using the square brackets. And that's the answer towards the theory question. So now we'll be doing looping through the dictionary. So how do we loop through the dictionary to output everything we want? There are many ways to do this. So firstly, when we do a for loop for just the dictionary itself, maybe for let's say for data in my dictionary, sorry. Then print data. So what this does is that it'll go through, it only output the keys that's within the dictionary, as you can see here. So the value is not inside, right? So another way, so I'll go through that part later. So now you can see there's only key as outputted inside. And when you do my dictionary dot keys, you get the same result basically. You only get the keys of the thing. This tool does the same thing. So if I want the value of the data inside, how should I do that? There are two ways to do that as well. Firstly, you can do it by dot values. As you can see, there's a dot keys, so there must be a dot values as well. So you can dot values to get all the values of all the key inside the dictionary. So when you do this instead, you now get the value instead of the key. This is the key and this is the value. Key, value, and so on and so forth. So this is how you can get the values. But sometimes you may ask, what if I want both the key and the value? How can we achieve that? So what we can do is to make use of something called items. So for example, we have to change this as there's now two variables that we want. So we put key and value. And then what you do for my dictionary will be to put in items, this function. So what this function does is that you make one key value pair into a tuple, forcing them to be together. So this key will be assigned to this and value will be assigned to this, and so on and so forth for the next few more. And this way, when you do it by dot items, you can print both, you can get both key and value pair at the same time, basically. You can print key key plus value. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's an integer. I forgot about that. So let's just print it in separate lines. So this way you can get both the key and the value from the same for loop, and you do not need to loop it through twice in order to get both the key and value. So this is the way you can sort of retrieve data also using a for loop within a dictionary. Updating of values is done earlier on already. So now we move on to how to remove the key and value pair. So same as update and insert, there's two ways to do this as well. You can make use of the delete function or the pop function. So I'll go through them one by one. So how do we use the delete function? So we can just do delete my dictionary and the key of the thing you want to delete. So maybe you want to delete name from it. And free my dictionary. Sorry, give me some time please. I'll troubleshoot this. Let's use the other way to do it first. We can use something called the pop method. So what you can do is that you can do my dictionary dot pop and the key value pair you want to pop. So for example, you can put name and I did above. So as you can see now, the name, my name and the value is now gone already. And when you try to run this again, it will cause an error as the name no longer exists. So what we can do to prevent the error, okay, let me just show you the error first. If you run this again, as you can see, the key error will occur as you don't find such a key. So what you can do is you can add a comma and put none. So if nothing is found, then you return a none. So no error will occur. However, for the delete function, you can't do such a thing. So if it does not exist, it will raise a key error no matter what. So to do that, let's try delete and then my dictionary. Oh, then you use square bracket instead. I use normal bracket instead and hence cause an error. Maybe age. And now you can see age is gone as well. But for using delete function, if the key does not exist, it will definitely raise an error. So what you can do always is to just use the pop method and then add a none so that the default will be set to none in case a thing does not exist. So no error will occur. And so that will be a better way for you to take out or remove a key value pair inside a dictionary. So that's all I have for today. And now I will go through the question to the practical answer. I'll give you 10 more seconds to look at the question and think about the answer. So as you can see now, what it does is it retrieves the key, which is it retrieves the value that's assigned to the key banana. And the key of banana and the value of 5 is assigned to key banana, which is here. So what you get here will be 5 for sure. So let's just test it out. And now you get 5. So the answer is C to this MCQ question. And that's all I have for today about dictionaries. Thank you.